I'm Bill Moylan with the Indianapolis Vet Center. I drive the mobile vet center that's behind me.
My name's Chris Stack. I'm with the Fort Wayne Vet Center. I'm a readjustment counselor with the Vet Center.
I'm Nick Smith with the Fort Wayne Vet Center. I am the outreach specialist here.
The vet centers were started back in 1979 for Vietnam veterans. As we all well know, Vietnam veterans, when they came home, PTSD wasn't recognized, readjustment counseling wasn't recognized. In 1979, Congress approved the funding for the first original vet center.
It was geared towards Vietnam veterans alone. And then as time passed, by presidential decrees, different programs started opening up for the vet center. There are 5 vet centers in Indiana. We cover the northeast portion of Indiana, basically Anderson North.
We have 300 vet centers across the United States. We have 5 here in Indiana: Fort Wayne, South Bend, Crown Point, Evansville, and Indianapolis. And then we have 85 mobile vet centers throughout the country that you see behind us. And we go out to rural areas that doesn't have a brick and mortar VA, and we basically take this to the veterans, which is an awesome service.
It's incredibly convenient. It helps out a ton. It's a large area, and it helps us reach out to those who we really can't get to and to come in our office.
A traveling mobile vet center where we can go out into the community where the veterans need us. We can set up shop like in a parking lot here. If the veterans are in need, it's like a rolling office with air conditioning, which comes in handy on a day like today. So like at this event, if a veteran shows up and they're having a reaction to anything, we can bring them inside the mobile vet center in a nice, cool, comfortable, confidential area and help them work through their problems. We can schedule them for their next appointment or refer them to someone else before they leave here today.
The Vet Center is basically a Veterans for Veterans program. We provide rehabilitation counseling for veterans who are post-combat, the Vietnam era and current, veterans who have gone through a military sexual trauma, and bereavement for the parents, family members, children of veterans who may have passed away post 9/11 in service.
We would prefer to get them in as soon as they get out, the sooner the better. We deal with a lot of veterans as well as their families with readjustment issues. Sometimes they just miss the military lifestyle. We work with them to adjust to civilian life, and we also work with their family as the military family undergoes a lot of stress during the time that their loved ones are serving the country. So we work with family members as well.
A lot of it's readjustment, adjusting to their post-military time or their post-combat experiences. It's different being active duty and being deployed and then driving down the highway of Fort Wayne. It's a huge change, and it's hard to reacclimate into work or school or family life. So part of that is to help that transition, help them cope with what's going on, help them realize what needs to possibly help for themselves and move them forward.
We see a lot of readjustment issues. That is probably the main thing we deal with. We see a lot of post-traumatic stress disorder cases, but readjustment by and large is the main thing we deal with, where a person served a period of time in the military, they missed the environment, the excitement, the action, and maybe they come home and things have changed or different. They weren't the way, things weren't the same when they left as they are when we return, and we help the veteran and their family readjust and help them get along. We take care of any of the mental health issues. From post-traumatic stress disorder, we help the family with readjustment, the service members with depression, drug and alcohol abuse. We also treat military sexual trauma at our vet center, and we would refer out for anything that we can't cover for as long as the veteran needs. We don't ever want the veteran to go without health care coverage or mental health care coverage.
So we try to work with the veterans to almost be a yellow pages to the system. We've got a lot of different networks that try to contact us and be part of the veterans programs to help them. We try to, route them in the right direction if we don't have the proper answer.
We will refer to whoever can get the job done the best. We want the best for the veteran. At the Vet Center, we're a full-service agency, so we can take care of all the traditional talk therapy needs. We would refer to the VA hospital for medication, or any community agency that could best help the veteran.
We've got a lot of ties within those programs, the nonprofits, the outside shelters. We try to work with them. Either we can help relay veterans to them who need their services, or they relay them to us.
All veterans are eligible. We are for combat veterans. We do take veterans on an intake process. They are allowed so many visits, but we do not turn down any veteran. We also do bad paper. So if somebody has a dishonorable discharge, we will try to help them to get that turned around, but we will not refuse them as far as services at the vet center.
There's no term limit. As long as they served an active duty time in a combat situation, we're happy to help. And we don't turn anyone away. We'll find ways to help a veteran one way or another.
What you say at the vet center stays at the vet center. For instance, an active duty, we do take active duty. So an active duty soldier, sailor, airman, or Marine has some issues. If they go to their command, it goes into their DOD record. With the vet center, we're strictly confidential. None of that goes in your DOD record. None of it goes in your VA record.
Us at the vet center, we are all veterans. We're married to veterans, so we deeply care about the veteran community, and this is one more tool we have to get out into the community, take the help to them, and they greatly appreciate the services.
I've been on the road. This is like my 126th event for the year. If I'm not rolling, I'm not doing my job, and the veterans are not getting their care. So our men and women, they fight 24 hours a day. So anybody has an event, I do not turn it down. I don't care if it's at midnight, 6 o'clock in the morning, because they're fighting for us, so we're there for them.
You spend your time serving, our country. You should be able to get the care you need without much issue and much effort. So that's kind of one of the ways we go for help without hassle.
It's very rewarding work. We deeply care about our fellow veterans at the vet center, and we love to do this type of work. We love to get out and mingle with veterans and serve them any way we can.
That makes me feel good. I know when I go home at night and lay my head down that if I gave 100% to my fellow brothers and sisters, that's my mission.